Right, nice one, mate. I'm going to get past because I don't really want him driving in the ditch the whole way. Doesn't really seem fair. And he's doing a solid at the end of the day. Actually, this is something for car drivers, is sometimes I'd rather you didn't do that. For two reasons. It is massively appreciated. It genuinely is. You know what, if you're sat in the queue of traffic and you do that, and I happen to have any cupcakes or anything on my dashboard, I'm going to be handing them out willy-nilly, because it is a nice thing to do, decent thing. But when you do it when we're moving, it's dangerous, and I think it's dangerous for two reasons here. One is I can no longer see if there's anything in that ditch. I can't really see when that ditch ends. I don't know when you're going to come back out on me again. So I don't want to... that wasn't a safe overtaking position. It really wasn't. But it was nice what they did. But if they'd had to swing back out again, because let's say there was a dead animal on the side, or a lorry had dropped a bit of wood that they had to swing out, I had no option to go onto the other side of the road. I had to stay within the lane to do that. And, you know, it's just dangerous. And sometimes I'd rather you sat there. A bike has got, as a general rule, more than enough power to get past you quickly when it's appropriate to do it. You know, there are, again, it's about reading the road. And do I think that person's a poor driver? No, I don't think they're a poor driver. I think they're a very conscientious driver. I can tell they clearly use their rear view mirrors, which is more than, say, for a lot of drivers. But do I think it was the right move? No, I think it was a nice thing to do, but I don't think it was the right thing to do. So if I wanted to overtake this car, for instance, I could have done this here. There's more than enough space. I'm not going to, because I know that around the corner or the next couple of corners there's a really, really good overtaking place. And this person's driving, leaving a sensible gap between himself and the car in front. Plenty of room to get out, get back in again. There we go. Now, I also don't like overtaking, particularly as you come up on the corners like this, because there's been too many instances I've seen where a police car comes absolutely hooning around that corner. I don't think that's safe either, in fairness. I think that's a very unsafe manoeuvre. I think that drivers should review their footage for that. Not to get people into trouble, because we all make mistakes, but I think we all need to brush up on our driving, riding, living skills, frankly. I think we all need to brush up on them, and we all need to just be a bit more aware of what could be around the corner. If a car was broken down around that corner, you came round at 60 miles an hour, which you can do, then yeah, you got zero chance of stopping. You are going to end up off the side of the bank, and in Lincolnshire, a lot of the banks, there's a ditch on the side of it, and that ditch is normally about, I don't know, probably about 2, maybe 3 metres deep in certain places. You'd lose a car in there. Certainly lose a bike. Actually, I remember as I was growing up, my neighbour, she used to ride a moped to work, and poor lady, she had an alcohol issue. You know, not judging, because at the end of the day, we've all got our demons, but she had an alcohol problem, and I think, from memory, she used to ride her moped about 10-15 miles to work. And anyway, one day I remember being told that she'd been found dead. And she'd been found dead face down in a ditch. And that in itself, you know, that's horrific enough in itself. What made it worse is she'd been there for 3 days, because nobody could see her. It was ended up when they ended up finding her when they searched the area where she was riding to try and find out where she had gone. And yeah, unfortunately she had been there 3 days. But drive within your means, ride within your means.